on this episode of the iBall Network podcast.
I want to get your takeaway on what you think when you watch this video right here.
Braun he wasn't doing enough for me. He come to the bench one time, he's like sitting on the bench, legs crossed, he's like filing his nails. Like, man, this dude, he buzzing me. Like, what's he doing? Halftime comes and we go into the locker room. I said, Braun, you gotta be better, bro. He's like, what you mean? I got this. I said, I don't care about no stats. We need you to be better if you want to win. It's on you. He said, what you want me to do, T-Lou? Guard Draymond, be aggressive, shoot the ball, stop turning the ball over. Anything else? Boom, we storm out of the locker room in the second half, dominated the whole game. And so it's like, man, if you didn't get that speech at halftime, we wouldn't have won. Yeah. I'm glad I did that. Thanks, Braun.
All right, so my first takeaway was, first of all, it proved a lot of shit. It proved what we always say, that LeBron cares about stats more than winning, first of all. The fact that your coach has to say, because Tyronn Lue just telling the story, but he's really telling on LeBron. This man said that you was filing your nails on the game 7 of the fucking NBA finals. You were filing your nails, and then when confronted about why you're not giving a fuck at halftime and why you're not taking the game serious, the nigga said, do you see my numbers? So basically, I don't have to care about what you're doing out there for the team as a coach. I need to care about what do your numbers look like. So if you have 28 points and 9 rebounds and 5 assists and we're losing by 20, why the fuck are you bringing that up? Like, so basically you here for yourself and you're not about winning, and that's secondary to you. So it just was very telling to me. This is why I'm never been a fan of LeBron like that, bro. One of the reasons, because I know he cares about stats more than winning, because you could just tell when looking at a player, the way that they're playing, if they're here for the stats or if they're here for the team or if they're here to win, you could tell by how a nigga's playing. Just like when when you're down 20 and 30, the game is out of reach. Of course, everybody just thinking about, man, let me just give me some numbers. Let me just give me some get to 20 points or something. Let me get to 25. But when the game is close, why the fuck would you be thinking about, I need this amount of points, I need this many rebounds, I need this many assists? That's why Russell Westbrook got caught a lot of flack for the triple doubles, and I gave him all respect for it. But I can understand people having reserve about it, because there is a lot of plays where he's still in rebounds. So for the stat chasing loving ass niggas and all the bronze sexuals out there that live and die by the stats, Tyronn Lue is exposing y'all niggas' mindsets of, it's game 7 of the finals and I got the best player in the world. This nigga worried about stats. And instead of worried about how we're going to win this game, his rebuttal to me as, I need you to do more, was, look at my stats. So I can say a lot, man, but y'all niggas already called me a Braun hater all day because I'm objective. I'm honest about the nigga. So say what you want, give a fuck. I'm being honest, my nigga. The man's is in love with stats, and that's what all you Braun sexuals do. Is if you want to argue anybody, LeBron versus anybody, all you do is stats. And this is why LeBron does that, because he knows as long as y'all keep the argument about stats, that he can be considered a GOAT. But go ahead, man. How you feel, bro? Get your shit.
Talk to us, cool.
All right, so first things first.
First of all, say if you a LeBron fan, I know you kind of fucks with LeBron. I don't know how much. Let's just get that clear.
First things first.
Because when
it comes to the whole Jordan LeBron debate, I'm MJ all day, and I can argue to the wheels fall off that he's better than LeBron. Now I love LeBron. I'm not a LeBron hater, but when you put him in the conversation with MJ, for me, it's MJ all day. But I will say, as it pertains to this particular topic, I enjoy very much the fact that T. Lue had as much to say as he did. I mean, when it's all said and done, and you look at the legacy of T. Lue, this man played with and against Kobe Bryant. This man played with and against Michael Jordan, and is now coaching LeBron James, which those 3 people alone are held in the highest regard as the 3 coldest niggas to ever pick up a basketball in history since the sport was even invented. So for T. Lue,
niggas, but go ahead.
So for T. Lue to have that on his resume is crazy. But and LeBron has had a reputation of whoever the head coach of the team was he was playing for, that he was the coach. I say after he left Miami because he wouldn't really overstep and spoke like that. But after going back to Cleveland a second time, ever since then, he's had this reputation of, well, we know so-and-so ain't the coach, he's the coach. So for T. Lue to actually live in the moment as a head coach and say, I don't care if you are the best player in the world. You know what I'm saying? The game is going this way, and this is the kind of production I need from you. Fuck what you got to say about it. I'm the head coach, and this is how this shit is going to go. And you got to be able to hold your best players accountable in those moments to get those kind of results. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shump tells a lot of LeBron stories. And one of the LeBron stories he told was that second time he was in Cleveland when David Blatt was the coach. And David Blatt drew up a play, and LeBron was like, nah, took the clipboard out of his hand and said, we're doing this, and ended up drawing up his own game winner, and he worked and they won the game. Cool. But in that moment, T. Lue was like, I'm not going to let you dominate me in this moment because I'm getting paid to be the head coach. So I'm going to do my job and hold you accountable. You the best player in the world. And this is the way we're looking right now at halftime. So this is what I need you to do. So I'm glad that he wasn't scared to call out the best player in the world and say, look, I don't care what you've done in the first 24 minutes. I need more.
Facts. Before Mace go, though, I need you to clear up because on iBall, there's no such thing as a Jordan and LeBron debate. It's Kobe, Jordan, and then you can get to maybe LeBron after that. So, do you have LeBron over Kobe?
Do I have LeBron over Kobe? No, sir.
Okay. All right. I just had to make sure that was clear, you know. I have to make sure because you said Jordan LeBron, and that's what everybody makes it, but that's because they started acting like it was a Jordan LeBron debate, like it wasn't always a Kobe Jordan debate. And Jordan and Kobe and everybody else associated with basketball, it's always been those two have been the debate, and then they just started ushering Kobe out of the conversation.
So in my personal opinion, there is no Jordan Kobe debate because from my standpoint, Kobe has way too much respect for Jordan. He went on the Last Dance documentary and said there is no Kobe Bryant without Michael Jordan. And it's been documented ever since Kobe was a rookie that on defense and on dead balls, he would ask him about his footwork. He would ask him about positioning, efficiency. Like Jordan was the sensei and Kobe was the student, and he never hid that. So in my mind, I never even entertained a Jordan Kobe debate because they're like Kobe is like the shadow of Jordan. I mean, people will go on to say that Kobe enhanced Jordan's skill set and did it better than Jordan. I'm even fine with that, but I never debated Kobe and Jordan because they're one and the same, and Kobe always gave it up to Jordan every time. So it was never.
You don't got to debate it as long as you know that them two are the top two. You don't have to debate. You know, I agree they are
absolutely
that great. And as long as you got them 1A, 1B, or 1 and 2, either way, I won't be mad at you. But I'm one of them niggas that say Kobe enhanced Jordan's game, and yes, it's because of Jordan. Just like Kyrie is here because he got to watch AI and everything. You know, this is all a cycle.
Rod Strickland.
Yeah, it's all a cycle. But we cannot acknowledge a LeBron and Jordan debate because that's really not a debate. They're not similar. They're not alike. They don't play the same position. Like they argue LeBron's field goal percentage against fucking Kobe all day. And if you just go on fucking Stat News, guys, and just look up LeBron's career shot chart, he is a below average shooter from everywhere on the court, except for the paint. He shoots like 74% in the paint. So therefore, it makes his overall field goal percentage be higher than Kobe's because a lot of y'all dummies use that as an argument to say LeBron's better than Kobe because of field goal percentage. Do we argue Klay Thompson and Giannis's fucking field goal percentage? No, because they're not in the same position. They play two different sides of the court. They don't shoot the same shots from the same positions. And LeBron shoots fucking wide open shots versus Kobe been shooting with 2-3 people on him his whole life. So for you niggas that don't know basketball, stop using field goal percentage as a LeBron argument when he's a power forward who's 6'9" tall without shoes on. So he's supposed to be a 75% field goal percentage. And look at Kobe's stats. He's above average from damn near every single spot on the perimeter. And then he was like above average also in the paint, but not as high as LeBron because he's not a physical specimen, guys. So there is no debate if it ain't got Jordan and Kobe to start it. That's my thing. If you watch basketball in our lifetime, you can't say that them two niggas ain't the top basketball players that we've ever seen. Otherwise, you just didn't watch enough, if you ask me. Now, and I have a trouble putting LeBron over Magic and shit like that. Even Bird, it's a couple of guys, Kareem, Hakeem. These guys are all before LeBron, if you ask me. But go ahead, Mace. We talking for a long time, my boy. So.
Hey man, get it off, V. Get shit off, V. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you, bro. It's crazy when I first heard that T. Lou joint. What I thought, I didn't even take it for what most people thought it was. Y'all might have because y'all know basketball pretty well as well. I took it as another indication why Michael Jordan and Kobe were better than him, because that's another example of LeBron James needing to be taught how to be a leader, needing to be taught how to be great, needing to be led into being better. Whereas it wasn't like that for Kobe and it wasn't like that for Jordan. Like, they were fueled by the fact that you're not better than me. Like, I'm not going to let you beat me. I'm going to do whatever I can, take every single inch that I can off of you to be better than you. I could never imagine Kobe Bryant being down in the second half of a game, filing his nails on the bench. Like, I couldn't imagine Jordan doing that. Like, it doesn't register. And that goes back to the whole thing about what I said in the beginning of the other podcast. That's been my knock against LeBron this whole time. Like, people like to downplay that shit. Like, oh, no, leadership has nothing to do with anything. No, yes, it does. Like, that's why a lot of these guys who are judged as GOAT are judged by who? Their peers, the people that they played the game with. So I'm just being honest with you. Who said it? Bird said it. If you want to have fun, go play with LeBron. If you want to win, go play with Kobe. It's a difference. See, because Kobe wouldn't be sitting on the bench and at halftime going, shit, I got 38 points. No, he don't give a fuck. Like, people forgetting the Toronto game, even though they scored 81, boy, most of them came in the second half. Like, because the game was close. Second half. You feel me? The game was close. He didn't go, shit, I got 33. We balling. Kobe said, I got 33 and we losing. Well, I'm sorry, we got 33 and the game is too close. Let me go ahead and make more separation by putting up an additional 55 on top of that. Well, LeBron is like, shit, you see my stats now? I got 22 and 10. So the fuck what? You're losing. Like, that's something that shouldn't have to be told to you when you're the best player in the world, quote unquote. No one should have to tell you you're not doing enough. And when someone tells you you're not doing enough, that means you're not focusing on being the best you. If he feels that that's all it takes for him, then kudos. But then take yourself out of the conversation of going, I'm the best player in the world. Because the best player in the world will go, no. Someone's beating me. I'm losing. I need to figure out a way to beat you. And instead, he's like, shit, ain't happening to me, though. Like it ain't my fault. Like, no, yes, it is your fault. But also with that, here comes that narrative for LeBron as well, too. Whenever something goes wrong, whose fault is it when they play with LeBron?
Everybody else.
Everyone else's fault. But if they win, it's LeBron did it all himself. So they're losing at halftime, and LeBron's got his stats, but he doesn't care because he's like, shit, when the same said and done, I got 35, 10, and 10. Everybody going to say LeBron had no help. Instead of going, hey, I got 35, 10, and 10, and we're fucking losing. I don't care. Like, we got to fix that. So that right there.
Other things other than stats, like defense, and not turning the ball over. But go ahead.
Exactly. And that's another stat people don't like to talk about, LeBron James leading the NBA in history and turnovers. We're not going to
never mentioned.
Yeah, they don't like talking about that. But just in general. Yeah. But like just in general, that's the thing that I took from that with Ty Lue Moore. I see what he was saying. And same thing Scoob said. I respect that he did come there, because if that had been Black, that'd have been Mike Brown. If that had been who the Lakers just fired?
Frank Vogel.
If it had been any of them, LeBron would have did the same thing. We not doing that shit. Get out of here. Like, I ain't doing that, but T. Lue standing up to him because being a former player and earning that position, be like, hey, no, you gonna listen to me. This is what we're doing. Get up and get the win. That's great that he did, but to me, that is an indictment against him as well, because you want to be called one of the GOATs, but I can't imagine the people we talk on the GOAT list who had to be told, get up, you're losing. That's just me personally.
Thank you. Real shit.
And then to bank off of the Kobe game, it's crazy. I seen a clip today where somebody was interviewing Kobe. He was saying his grandmother only got to see him play one time, and the one game that she went to was the game where he dropped 81. And if I'm not mistaken, he got 81 in 3 quarters, and Phil sat him the whole fourth quarter.
62.
62.
62 in 3 quarters versus the Mavs, but facts. He sat him and Phil asked him, this is the real context. Phil said, Kobe, do you want to go in? And he said no. So the nigga know he could have got 100 or 90 at least. And he was like, nah, I'm good.
He could have been up there. He could have got close to Will, bro.
That was the year Dirk won the MVP, and Dallas was #1 seed, by the way. They were one of the best teams in the league. So he wasn't no scrubs. So yeah, I think that was 06. When they went to the finals, matter of fact. No. Either they went to the finals that year or it's the year they lost as the first seed against the Warriors. But either way, they was a good-ass team.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man. All right. Let me get this.
Yeah, much respect for T. Lue for you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. For being a man about his and standing on his.
Saying what needed to be said regardless of whoever felt what about it.
Facts.
Let's get this out the way and get on.
Why are we doing this?
This the GOAT, man. This ain't GOAT, man. This y'all GOAT.
I'm not even gonna lie. I knew the day that this video resurfaced. Oh, this shit was gonna be hilarious, bro.
This y'all GOAT right here, dogs.
Why are we doing this?
With the Jerry curl, bro.
Yo, hey, yo. Hey, yo. This nigga is. I can't even say what was wrong.
Oh, you out of pocket, right?
Hey, man. How about I'm gonna use this as a good reason to segue.
Fuck you, ready? Yeah.
J-Mix.
Yeah. Fuck you, ready?
Pushing P, nigga, look at me. I got all these niggas shook at me. Sacrifice is what it took for me. Talk loosely, man, it's raw sushi. Ain't nobody ever fucking cooking me. Swear to God, you niggas all goofy. Why the fuck you even talk to me? They can never steal the sauce from me. Paid the cost to be the boss, homie. Now I got a bunch of lost homies. Should've known that they was false, homies. I would never take a loss, homie. I won't let another nigga disrespect me. I'ma have to put the pause on it. Wanna nail me to a cross, homie. Nah, pussy nigga, kill me first. They all